you are going to need an elevated surface of some sort, okay? I'm going to be using a chair. For some of you, a chair may be too tall for some of the exercises. One of them is going to be a step up. So if you have something shorter, like an actual stair or maybe a step stool, that would be an option. I'm also going to recommend having a towel. A couple of exercises will be able to add weights to them, okay? So you need to go grab some things, grab some, and we're going to get started with a warm-up, okay? We're going to start with a reverse lunge with a rotation. So I'm going to take a big step back, rotate towards that back foot, come back to center, stand up, we'll alternate. So we want to the other side, reverse one, rotate, and back forward, okay? So do one side, and then the other. Warming up, so that lunge doesn't have to be super deep yet, okay? That's it. Couple more like this. Big step, rotate. Big step, rotate. We'll do 2 more each side, okay? So 1 more each side. All right, let's stand up tall. We're going to do some knees here. So arms come above the head. We pull down as that knee comes up. All right? You're welcome to speed that up, especially as the body starts to feel more warm. Okay? You're also welcome to stick with a nice, steady pace. Keep it going. So a little bit longer, stand tall. All right, we're going to bring it to a little run or jog or march here in the center. We're going to do a little pendulum kick. So we're going to go out to the side. We're going to 1, 2, 3 side, 1, 2, 3 side. Okay? You can march those, walk those, jog those 3 in the center. Whatever works for your body today. Couple more. Can't remember if I said it already, but this is our pendulum run. A little pendulum over like a grandfather clock, on side to side. All right, let's do 1 more each side. And then bring it back to center, march it or jog it here, okay? While the feet are marching or jogging, we're just going to swing the arms. Okay, we're doing a front stroke, okay? To the forward. 1 arm, and then the other. We're going to take it to a back stroke, okay? 1 arm, and then the other. We're going to bring it forward and around, okay? Comes across the chest, out, and circle back. Warming up the shoulders right now. All right, bring it center, shake it out, dog march it here, okay? So, if you have not gotten an elevated surface yet, go grab one. I'm going to be using a chair. You can something shorter for some of the exercises. You can have, a step stool nearby. Maybe go near your stairs, okay? Some of them, so that would be like the step up. For a few others, we'll be like sitting on the chair or the elevated surface. They'll be using it as a support for like a bent over row, okay? You'll be using it for balance as you stand, okay? So have some weights nearby as well. I'll give some options for adding equipment to a few of these. You take them, you can do them, okay? All right, so the very first exercise that we're going to do, we're going to be using my elevated surface for balance. If you're using something shorter, you can always use a wall. So, we're going to turn it around, and you may decide you don't need it at all for balance, okay? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a reverse lunge, so take a nice big step back. Then at the top, we're going to do a side leg lift with that same leg, okay? If you happen to have exercise bands at home, and and you want to make this a little more difficult, you are welcome to do so by taking that band, putting it around the legs and above the knees, so it would look like this. A nice reverse lunge back, tap it in, lift to the side, okay? Whatever you decide to do, bands, no bands, support for balance, no support for balance, just try and really focus on form, okay? So let's stand tall. We'll stay on one leg for 10 reps, okay? So stand tall, take that lunge back, bring it back to center, side raise, lunge back, bring it back to center, side raise. Another option would be to add some weights, to the shoulders to add a little bit of extra effort to those legs, okay? Keep it going, keep that chest raised. Halfway. We have 3 more. With that side leg raise, keep that foot flexed. Last one. All right, so then we'll do the other side. So same thing. The big reverse lunge, tap it in, side raise. Reverse lunge, tap it in, side raise. I'll turn to the front so you can see it there too. Standing tall. Try not coming too far to the side. Let's do that side leg lift. Keep it up, chest raised, halfway. Two. Last one right here. Excellent. So our next exercise is going to be a supported row. So we're going to do a row, one arm at a time. This gives you the opportunity to maybe go a little heavier, assuming you have the weight at home. One way to make your weight heavier, if you don't have heavy weights, is to double up. Since we are doing one arm, you kind of crisscross them and hold those 2 weights. So say you have 5-pound weights, now you have 10. So you have 8-pound weights, now you have 16, okay? All right, so I said it was a supported row. I'm going to turn my chair, I'm going to come, split my feet, hinge forward with a nice straight back, but I'm going to press into I've got a chair, maybe you have a coffee table, whatever it is you have. I'm going to bring the arm here, row up, if you're starting that lawnmower, and come back. Want a nice strong back, core activated. If you don't have an elevated surface that works for this, an option is to actually come down to all fours, okay? Come right here. The arm can't go down as far because you'll run into the floor. You can still do that pulling motion, okay? So grab a weight that works for you for this. All right. So I'm going to split my feet, hinge forward with that nice strong back. Arm is here, ready to row. Okay, stand it up. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep it going. Activate that core. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. We'll stand it up. Switch to the other side. When you transition, make sure you're also watching that back, okay? Never rounding forward. Let's flip those feet. Bring that hand hinge forward. Nice, strong, straight back. Let's row up, up, and up. Very good. Breathe. We have 2 more. 2. And 1. All right. Excellent job. So our next exercise is going to be our step up variation. This can be done body weight. It can be done on a lower surface in the chair. It can also be done with weights if you want to make those legs work a little bit more. I'm going to grab some dumbbells to go with me, and I'll show you what this looks like. So we are going to be doing a rotational step up. I'm going to put my chair so that all 4 legs are on my mat, so it is less likely to slip. Okay? What I do is I stand perpendicular to my chair, to my surface. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate. I'm going to take the foot closest. I'm going to pivot, press up. You can tap here if you need to, or go to the knee. Come back down, rotating as we come down. Okay, this is a really good exercise for the legs and for hips, hip stabilization. If it causes you a lot of trouble to do that rotation, maybe you're not quite there yet, you can try the rotation on a lower surface, that's step 1. Or you can just say, nope, I'm not rotating, and face that bench head on, okay? All right. And again, weights are optional. If you want to add them, you can. If you don't, totally fine. Don't worry about it. So stand to the side. You want to be close enough so that when you rotate, you can step up. All right, here we go. So rotate, brush to that foot, up, and back down. You want this to be nice and controlled. That foot, that leg that's coming up on the chair, that is the one pressing our whole body up. You want that other leg to just be along for the ride, not really offering a whole lot of help. Okay? Keep it up. Do 5 more. Breathe for me. And 2 more. And 1 more. All right. Then we'll do the other side. I'm going to swing my chair around just so I'm still facing you. Okay? All right, so we turn to the side here. We're going to rotate, put that foot on the chair, press up. Or the step, whatever it is you're using. Just make sure it's safe to be weight bearing. Nice and controlled. Halfway through. Keep it going. 2 more. Keep that chest raised, stand tall. Last one. Nice job. All right, for this next one, we're going to sit down. Okay? We're going to be doing a curl to an overhead press. Okay, so grab a weight you can handle for 10 reps. Okay, and then have a seat. So, when we have that seat, we want to just maintain that good form standing tall. But if you need to, you can rest against the back of the chair for support, okay, if you need it. But even with that, make sure that you're still sitting tall. All right? We're going to sit here. I'm going to come and sit up off the back of my chair. I'm going to curl. I'm going to rotate my fingernails forward with the overhead press. Rotate them back. Finish the curl, okay? So curl, press, reverse it. Excellent. This will help you not hit your ceilings. And it also just targets the body a little differently. You don't have the momentum of the legs, you know, to help you get up to the top. 5 more. Breathe for me. 3 more. 2 more, guys. Hang in here. And 1 more. All right. Excellent. No weights needed for the next one, so put these to the side. We're going to be standing for this next one, and the chair, once again, will be there for balance if you need it. We're going to be doing a glute kickback, so we stagger the feet. One foot comes back, lifts up, and lowers, okay? It's kind of a small movement. We're targeting the glute here. If you do want to make this a little more difficult and you do have bands at home, you're welcome to take that band. Putting it above the knee, is a little bit easier because it's closer to the glutes. A smaller lever, not level. Taking it to the ankles is a little harder because it's further away from the glutes and harder to do, okay? So you're welcome to do that. Band, no band, balance, no balance, okay? All right, so bring that foot back. We're gonna take it up and down, up and down. Halfway already. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You of course have to do that other side. Flip those feet. Activate those abs. Stand tall. Here we go. Lift and lower. Halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Our next one, we're going to be using the chair to do a tricep dip. Okay? You can use a lower surface. You can also actually do tricep dips on the floor. Your call. What we're going to be doing is a tricep dip and leg combo move. I'm going to show you it at the easiest version and then build it up to a harder version. Okay? So we're going to come, making it easy, so I'm going to bend my knees for my tricep dip. I'm going to dip. When I come up to the top, I'm going to do a knee lift and knee lift. So that's our easiest one, right? A harder way, we take it out here to straight legs, do the tricep dip, kick, and kick, okay? And our hardest one would be to do a tricep dip, and we're going to actually reach for that toe. I'm going to have my knees bent, so I need a more stable base to be able to do that. If you have the ability right now, my hips are kind of limiting me, you are welcome to bring them out straight, okay? So those are the options. Knee lift or leg lift without reaching. You still have 2 hands giving support, or you can reach for those toes or even for the knee, and make it so that one hand is not supporting you. All right? You will do 10 of these, okay? Here we go. So the dip, and then either the lift or the reach, both sides. Dip, and then either the lift or the reach, both sides. Remember, not reaching is an option. So you can just lift and lift. We're halfway, guys. Stay close to that chair. Do your dip. Give me one more good set. All right. Circle those wrists. Stand it up. Okay, this next one is going to be an inner thigh exercise. Depending on your chair. So my chair has a bar right here at the front. So it's going to be really hard for me to do this exercise on this chair. I could turn it to the side if I want, because what I'm needing to do is stick one leg underneath the chair. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull over my weight bench and show you. I'm also going to show you a way to modify this and do it on the floor with no bench at all. All right, so this is called the Copenhagen. I'm going to put my chair right here for a second. Pull my bench over. This is where the towel might come in handy. If you're working with a hard chair, you may want to set your towel up top. My bench is padded, so that makes this a little bit easier. So, inner thigh, that's what I said. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming down to the floor. We're going to be bending that top leg and coming up, okay? Supported right here by the elbows and I'm doing a side plank. My bottom leg is right here underneath. I'm taking it to the floor and raising it as if I'm doing a leg lower, okay? Looking at the inner thigh. So, it's harder if you straighten the leg, which is why I didn't mention that, but if it's super easy for you, you're welcome to straighten the legs instead and even extend it out so that you're right here. It's a lot more difficult. Modifications on the floor. We're going to come down. We're going to take this top leg, we're going to stack them. Bring the top leg over. This bottom leg is going to lift up and down, okay? So that's an easier version of it. It's a very small range of motion. You're just limited that way, okay? So decide what you're going to do. If you're going to try that Copenhagen, working that chair or that elevated surface in the air, come up to that side plank, okay? And you could just start with just hold, but if you can, we're going to lower to the ground and back up. Lower and up. If you're side laying and doing this on the ground, same thing. Lower and up. Nice and controlled. I'm going to flex my foot. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, so then I have to do the other side. So flip it around. I am just going to let my backside face you for this time. I apologize, but it'll fly on by. So 10 of these. If you're going to do that Copenhagen, get that bent leg up. Come to that side plank, okay? Leg straight. Here we go. Down and up. Keep it going. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Whew. No matter which option you chose, hopefully you felt a little bit of a burn there. Okay? All right, for this next one, we're going to be doing a plank variation. We're going to be putting our hands on our elevated surface as we do this, okay? So, I'm going to bring my chair back. You could also use a weight bench if you happen to have one of those laying around. I know it's not a super popular piece of home gym equipment. All right, that's why we're using the chairs. So we're going to be doing a plank variation. We're going to walk those feet out so we have this plank. We have all the space here under our body. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knee across the body, knee, tap back, lift up. So we're doing another glute kick back here. Cross body knee, other side, and lift, okay? So this is one where the higher your surface, the easier it is. So if you come to the chair and that seems really hard, you go to a table, you even come to a wall. So here you're cross body knee, lift, okay? Cross body knee, lift. Choose what works for you. We'll do 10 times each leg, okay? All right, if you're using that chair, make sure you have a nice, good, stable grip on it. Knee comes across the body, lift up. Other side, knee comes across the body, lift up. Think about good plank form as you do this, trying to make yourself into as straight of a line as possible. All right? Keep it up and breathe. Cross body knee, leg lift, halfway. Couple more, guys. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Finish it off. Nice. All right. So then we are to our last exercise of today. We'll be doing them again. But the last new exercise of today. We're going to be coming and sitting on our chair and bring your hands so they overlap. What we're going to try and do, we're going to try and push our body up and hold ourselves in kind of balance. If you're not there yet, we're going to try and do it for 20 to 30 seconds, okay? If you're not there yet, or you can't come up and hold for that long, instead you can activate, come up and down, come up and down. If you're not there yet, still, I'm going to come, I'm going to stand my toes, so they're not taking very much of my weight. I'm going to press up and down, press up and down. So I'm still activating those muscles, but just not holding yet, okay? All right. So let's see what we can do. You can tap down as many or as few times as you need to. All right, hands come here, press up, activate the abs, hold for me. That's right. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. All right, so you can do 10 more seconds. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. Let's grab a drink. Those are all the exercises. We will repeat them at this point, okay? Modify as you need to. Or if you decided that they were kind of easy last time, feel free to also take it up a notch. All right? All right. And see if I had any more answers on my poll. All right, so if you were late this morning, I think the poll is still up. If it's not, I can try to put it back up. But I'm trying to see what we want to do for that Friday after Thanksgiving, November 27th. I have 3 options for people. Work out at 6 a.m., work out at 7 a.m., or don't work out at all. All of those are valid choices. I'm not offended by any of them. Okay? So if the poll is still up and you can answer it, you're welcome to answer it. If the poll is not up for you, you can just put in the chat, like, I would like to work out at 7, or I would like to not work out that day. Okay? As I said, all valid choices. All right, so we're going to start at the top of this workout with that reverse lunge to the side leg lift. If you happen to have bands at home, you are welcome to add them. If you don't, no worries. It's still a really great exercise. It'll help you focus on balance, as well as, of course, strengthen those legs. If you don't have a band, but you want to make it a little more difficult, you can always add weights, okay? All right. Chairs here for balance if you need it. Take a big lunge back, tap up, side leg lift, okay? Reverse lunge back, tap up, side leg lift. Very good. Keep it going. Keep that chest raised. Five more. You're looking for a very inexpensive Christmas gift for yourself. If you happen to celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, or just buying yourself gifts in the month of December for no reason at all. 2 more. These circular workout bands are pretty cheap and a great way to add intensity to your workout. That's the last one. All right, we'll do this other side. Step back, step it in, out to the side. Step back, step it in, out to the side. Halfway, guys. Three more. One more. All right. So our next exercise is our supported row. You can use that chair, that elevated surface, or you can come down to all fours to do that row. Do 1 arm at a time, okay? You can go a little heavier since you have that support to help ground you. All right. So we're going to come one hand on the chair, hinge forward. I'm going to step to my feet and strong straight back, okay? Let's row up. Here we go for 10. Breathe for me. Press into that chair. Activate the core. Halfway. 3 more. 2. And 1. Excellent. Then we'll switch to the other side. The same thing. Hand comes to the chair. Flip those feet. And strong back. Here we go. Let's roll up. Nice and controlled. Halfway. You got it. 2. And 1. All right, stand up. That weight can go to the side. rotational step up is next. I am going to grab kind of some mid-range weights to use. This can also be done body weight. If the chair is too tall, again, find maybe a step stool, maybe find just a step at your house, something that's a little shorter. So we're going to turn so our side is up against that step. Okay? We're going to pivot. We're going to rotate, not pivot. We're going to rotate, bring that foot up, press up to that leg. You can tap it if you need to, or come to a knee. Rotate back down. Okay? If your rotation causes problems, you just make this a head-on step up. Okay? It's great for hip stabilization, great for leg strength. Keep it up. Remember that foot that goes onto the step, onto the chair. We're pushing through that. It's doing most of the work. Halfway. Maybe 2 more of these. And 1 more. Excellent. Then we'll do the other side. I'm going to bring my chair around just so I can still face you. Okay? All right. So turn to the side. We're going to be close enough to step up. Rotate. Press through that foot. And up. And bring it down. That foot on the chair, on the step, controls the movement. Goes up and down. Make it very controlled. The slower you make this, the harder your body works. Chest is up. We're halfway. Three more. 2 more. And 1 more. All right. We're to our seated curl and press. So grab a pair of dumbbells for that curl, the overhead press. Remember, this is actually probably going to feel a little bit harder. You don't have that base of the legs kind of helping you. You don't realize how much legs help us on some of these. So it's going to be a little bit more core helping us to sit up nice and tall. We do this curl and this press. This is tall. If you need to, you can lean back for support. Make sure the back is straight. All right, here we go. Curl, rotate out for the press. And back down. Curl and press. Excellent. Keep it going. Sit tall, abs engaged. That is halfway. Just 4 more. 3 more. 3, 2 more. 1 more. Excellent job. All right, once you're done with those, set the weights to the side. Our next one is going to be a kickback. You can optionally add that band. The chair is going to be used for balance if you need it. So the move is you take 1 foot back, lift and lower. You can make it more difficult, add more resistance with the band, taking it above the knees, a little easier, around the ankles, a little harder. Okay, so stand tall, take that toe back, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Press to the balanced foot. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We'll come to that other foot. Find the balance. Bring that foot back. Lift and lower. Two more. And 1 more. Excellent. Tricep dip with the knee lift or the toe or knee touch. Okay? Is next. So I'm going to come to the edge of my chair, fingers going off the edge, and step up, okay? You can have those knees bent, that makes the tricep dip a little easier, or straight makes it a little harder, okay? Come down, you can lift or reach, okay, at the top. You do both sides. Down. Reaching is advanced, okay? You can also just lift here like this, from either straight or bent legs. It's also a difficult move, okay? Or more. Two more. One more. All right, bring it in. Pull those wrists. Our next one is that Copenhagen, okay? So I'm going to be bringing my bent knee up to the top of my chair. You're also welcome to do a side lying adductor raise. So that bottom leg, demonstrate really quickly, just one more time. You stack the feet, you take this top leg, bring it over the bottom leg, going up and down, okay? If you are using an elevated surface to try that Copenhagen, bring that bent knee up top, come to that side plank, lift that bottom leg up, and take it down and up for 10. No matter which option you're doing, up and down. One more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. We'll switch to the other side, okay? Whether that's on the floor or using that elevated surface. If you are using the elevated surface, come up to that modified plank, modified side plank, and lower and lift. If you're on the floor, lift and lower. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Come on down. We're going to do plank, cross-body knee, leg lift next, okay? Use the elevated surface. The higher your surface, the easier it gets. So if you need to really modify, you could use the wall, okay? I'm going to use the edge of my chair. I'm going to get a nice firm grip on my chair. Walk those feet out. Find myself with a nice straight plank. Bring my knee under and lift. Other side, knee and lift. So cross body knee, glute kick back. Cross body knee, glute kick back. Again. Keep it up. 3 more. Focus on making that nice plank. Got one more set. All right. Finish it off, stand up. Okay, so our next one is going to be that L sit. So we're trying to press the body up off the chair, lifting the feet off the ground. Now, if you're not strong enough to hold it, you can press that hold as far as you can and come down. If you're not there yet, come on the edge of those toes, try and press up, squeeze, activate the abs. So squeeze the core, activate the back, press through the hands, okay? You've got options. We're going to try and see if we can do this for 20 to 30 seconds, not using my timer, so the timing is a little less accurate than usual. All right, but it's okay, still good workout. All right, here we go. If you can, we're going to press up, find the balance, activate the core, nice. You just tap down, come back up if you can, okay? 10 more seconds if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Yeah. Woo. All right, good news. We are not going to go through that circuit again. We are, however, going to do a few other exercises just to kind of round out what we have already done today. Okay? So, what we're going to do first is we're going to revisit the 2 exercises we did with the weights. That would be the supported row and then the seated curl to press. Okay, we'll do one more set of each of those, and then we'll probably do some back work and then stretch out. So the first one is that row. That's where we're splitting the feet right here, pulling up. Okay, so grab a weight that works for you. For that. Come down either to the floor or supporting yourself on that elevated surface. Nice strong back, okay? Here we go, roll up for 10. Breathe for me. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch to the other side. Yeah. Flip those feet. Come down, press into that chair, pull up. You got this, last time. Halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Seated curl to press. Okay? 10 of those. Then we do the back work. Have a seat, but don't get too comfortable. You want to keep those abs activated. Lean back for support if you need it. Okay, we're going to sit tall. Here we go. We're going to curl, press up, bring it down. Again. Curl, overhead, bring it down. Again. You got this. Halfway, guys. Four more. 3 more. 2 more. We got last one, nice and strong. Woo. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna come to the floor, we're gonna do some back extensions, and then we're gonna be done. All right? So move your chair out of the way, just temporarily. We're gonna use it a little bit for some of our stretches today. Okay? We're gonna come down to the floor. We're gonna be doing a back extension, very similar to a Superman. Okay? Come down, lay on our bellies. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take your hands a little bit wider. Supermans are like straight out of the sockets, a tiny bit wider. We're gonna lift up as far as we can and lower back down. Okay? You can keep these feet right here on the ground. I just demonstrated with the feet on the ground. You lift and come back down. If you're really feeling it, you can lift those feet too. When you do that, it does limit your ability to come up as high. So for today, I'm going to recommend that you keep those feet on the ground, okay? And really focus on the back portion of this, all right? So, arms come a little bit wider, lift up as high as you can, and lower down. Try and keep your gaze on the floor. It'll help keep you from straining your neck. We'll do 5 more. 5, 4, slowly lower down. 3, 2, you can flex as slow as you can. Lift up as slow as you can, and lower as slow as you can. Nice. All right, bend those elbows. Bring them in. Lift up that chest and feel that stretch. Like that. All right, since we have the chairs, we're going to use them to help us stretch. So come on up. We're going to start by using the back of the chair. Okay. I'm going to stand. I'm going to take a big step back, pressing my heel, I'm going to press into this chest. And as I do this, I get a little bit deeper of a calf stretch than I normally would if I was just doing this standing, okay? Give you that little bit of resistance. You can also do this against a wall. We push into the wall, okay? Just feel this calf stretch here for just a second. Working on slowing down that breathing, okay? After our hard work today. Let's stand it up, bring that foot in. Take a big step back with that other one, press the heel towards the floor, doing that stretch through the calf. Breathe into it, breathe into it, enjoy it. All right, stand up. We're going to walk these feet back, and we're going to start hinging at the hips, okay? So we have a nice straight back. We're going to be feeling this through the back, through the shoulders, through the backs of the legs, okay? Right now, my feet are about hip width apart. We're going to change that in a second, but sit here. Try and lean as back as much as you can into those hips, into the glutes, okay? And again, breathe into the stretch. All right, so we're going to cross one leg over the other, so bring them close, cross, and then sit back again into the hip of the standing leg. You're going to start feeling a bit of a stretch through the hip, through the glutes, okay? And you can take it a little bit through the side of the leg. Breathe into it. Let's switch. Cross that other leg over the top. And again, sink into that hip. Sit back. Breathe into the stretch. A little longer. And stand it up. All right, we're going to stretch the quads. The chair's here for balance. If you need it, you're grabbing that foot. Knee comes under the hip, okay? If you want, you can keep this arm up for balance, or you can hold on to that chair. Whatever feels more stable to you. Stand tall. Feel that stretch. Once again, I have said it like 72 times today. Breathe into it. All right, release. We're going to pull that other foot up. Find the balance. Chair's now on the other side, but you can turn around if you need it. And release. All right, so we're going to have a seat. I'm going to keep my chair turned to the side for this next one. With this next one, I want you to be very careful. I'm going to come forward, so I'm pretty far forward on the chair, but I want to be still stable enough that when I do this next part, I'm not going to pull the chair out from underneath me and fall forward, okay? So what we're doing is grabbing the back of that chair and leaning forward, kind of opening the chest, okay? Feeling it stretch through there. Again, you want enough of you on the chair for this to work. If it's not working, you could always stand in a door frame. Right, a little bit like that. Okay? And if not, this will be over soon and we'll be on to something new. All right, let's sit up. I'm going to face you guys. Next thing we're going to do is a seated twist, okay? So I'm sitting here. I'm going to take one hand, I'm going to turn, okay? And either bring this to the side of your chair or to the back, but right here behind your glute. This other arm comes around, grab the side of the chair and sit tall and look over, okay? If you can't go that far, bring that hand to the outside leg and look over. The key here, though, is to sit really, really tall as we do this move. Breathe into it. And come back to center. Then we'll do the other side. So we'll cross over. You decide where hand placement feels best. Whether you've got it on the outside leg and the chair, both of them are on the chair. But look over that shoulder, sit nice and tall, feel that little spinal twist. And come back. All right, we're going to do a seated figure 4. This is one of my favorite seated moves. So we're going to just bring that ankle up and cross it over as we would if we were laying down. Hand on knee, hand on ankle, and we hinge forward, okay? And you can place some other foot on the ground, bring it closer or further away. Keep in the stretch, okay? This is a great one if you have a job where you sit a lot, midday, you cross that ankle over, hinge forward, stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Do the other side as well. All right, let's sit up. And let's switch to the other side. Cross that other ankle up front. Hand on ankle, hand on knee. Hinge forward. Yes, feel that stretch. Breathe into it. And then sit up and release. All right, this next one is also a really good one to do if you're an office worker. I'm going to turn to the side for now so you can see. Right here to our thighs, we're just going to do a seated cat cow. I round forward, come towards my knees. I'm going to press into my knees and arch back. Round forward, down. Lift that chest and raise up, okay? So round forward, and round forward, and up. This one is a great one as an office worker. You can find yourself, punching over your keyboard. Maybe a couple times a day. Maybe the seated cat cow, stretch it out, reset, and come back to good form. Maybe one more. All right. We're going to take those legs out nice and wide. Okay. We'll bring our hands to our thighs, and we're going to do a seated shoulder tap. We're going to come towards one knee, circle to the other one, lean back, and come around. Oddly, this is actually one that I prefer seated to standing. Maybe I just feel more stable while I do it. I feel like I'm better able to get the range of motion. Get the other direction. Circle that other way. One more. And bring it to center. Let's sit tall. Bring an arm across the body. Stretching that out. Circle that wrist if you would like. Circle the other direction. And then release. Bring that other arm across. If you'd like, you can circle this wrist. And the other direction. And release. We're going to bring your elbow up towards the sky. Grab it and gently pull, stretching out those triceps from the lower work. This is the tricep dips. Breathe into it. And release. To that other side. We're almost done. I promise. And release. Let's do one final breath together, okay? Let's inhale, arms up, exhale down. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. All right, thanks for joining me here today. Again, if you want to give any feedback on what you would like to